Hello everyone, I am Dr. Regina Anandi, Assistant Professor, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we are going to discuss an important topic in MERN Stack development, JWT Authentication and bcrypt hashing. So this topic comes under the MERN integration, authentication and deployment. So in modern web application, authentication and password security are extremely important. So whenever users log into applications like Instagram, Gmail, Netflix or Amazon, secure authentication mechanism works in the background. So in today's section, we will discuss about what authentication means and why bcrypt hashing is used and what JWT and how login system works securely. So authentication is a process of verifying the identity of the user. When user enters their username and password, the system checks whether the credentials are valid. Authentication cannot be treated as an afterthought because modern applications store sensitive information such as password, payment details, and personal data. Everything is more important. So if authentication is fail or weak, user login can be compromised. Application security becomes vulnerable. Passwords may get exposed. So in MERN application, JWT is commonly used for authentication, while bcrypt is used to securely store password. So JWT handles identity verification and session management, whereas bcrypt protects the password from attackers. JWT stands for JSON Web Tokens. So it is a secure method used to transfer authentication information between the client and the server. When a user successfully logins, the server generates a token. This token is stored on the client side and sent with a future request. The server verifies this token to confirm the user's identity. JWT is widely used because it is lightweight, it's secure, it works efficiently with APIs and distributed system. At the same time, bcrypt hashing is used to securely store password in the database. So instead of saving password directly, bcrypt converts them into an encrypted hash values. So this prevents attackers from seeing the original password even if the database is compromised. So this slide explains why storing password as plain text is dangerous. So if developers store passwords directly inside the database, anyone who gains access to the database can immediately view all user password. So this one is a biggest security mistakes in application development. There are three major risks shown here. First, unauthorized access. Attackers can instantly access all user accounts because passwords are visible. Second, no recovery path. Once passwords are exposed, users are already at risk and cannot be protected. Third, compliance failure. Storing plain text passwords violates security standards and regulations such as GDPR and HIPAA. That is why developers should never store original passwords directly inside the databases. This slide here explains how bcrypt and JWT works together. So bcrypt is used for password hashing. It converts the user password into a secure encrypted hash before storing it in the databases. Even if the hackers access the database, they cannot easily retrieve the original password. JWT is used for secure authentication. After successful login, the server generates a JWT token. So this token is then used to verify the user during the future request. So both technologies have different responsibility. bcrypt protects password, JWT manages authentication and user session. So together they create a secure login system for MERN application. This slide explains how bcrypt hashing works. So bcrypt first converts the passwords into a secure hash value. It also adds something called salt. A salt is random data added before hashing. This makes the hash stronger and prevents attackers from using a pre-computed attacks like rainbow tablets. In this example here shown, we use bcrypt.hash function. So the number 10 represents salt rounds. Higher rounds increase security but also requires more processing time. The generated hash is stored inside the database instead of actual password. So during login, bcrypt.compare is used. It compares the entire password with the stored hash. If both matches, authentication becomes successful. This ensures password remains secure even if the database is leaked. So here in this we are going to see how JWT access tokens are generated. After the user successfully logged in, the server creates a JWT token using jwt.sign. The token contains payload information such as user ID and mail. The token is digitally signed using a secret key. So this signature ensures the token cannot be modified by attackers. So this contains three main parts: header, payload, signature. The header contains token information, payload user data, and signature verifies the token authenticity. So once generated, this token is sent to the client. The client stores it and sends it with a future request for authentication. And here it shows clearly the complete authentication flow. Step 1 registration, step 2 password encryption, step 3 login, step 4 JWT generation. So the entire process ensures both secure password storage and secure authentication. Here, this slide, we are going to explain how login verification works. So when user enters login credential, the user first searches for the user account in the database. If the account does not exist, login fails. Next, bcrypt.compare. Compare the entered password with the stored hashtag password. If the password matches, authentication succeeds. Otherwise, access is denied. The important point in that bcrypt compares encrypted values instead of revealing the original password. This makes the login system much safer. So after every successful verification, the server generates a JWT token for the authenticated user. So here we are going to explain about the root protection using the JWT. Certain application roots should only be accessible to authenticated users. For example, include a profile pages, dashboards, banking details, or admin panels. So when a request is sent, middleware checks whether the valid JWT token is included. The server verifies the token using jwt.verify. If the token is valid, the user is allowed to access. If the token is invalid, access is denied. JWT middleware acts like a security checkpoint between server and the client. So here we are going to see the real world case study, banking portal. In banking application, security is extremely important because of sensitive financial data is involved. So bcrypt is used to securely hash customer password before storing them in the databases. So this prevents attackers from reading password directly. Next, JWT is used to manage secure user sessions. After login, customer receives a secure access token. So this token is verified whenever user access banking service. So protected routes ensure only the authenticated users can access account balances, transactions, and payment services. So this both a combination creates a highly secure authentication system in the real world application. Thank you everyone. Today we learned the importance of authentication, problems with the storing plain text password, how bcrypt securely hashes password, and how JWT tokens are generated, how secure login system works in MERN application. So these concepts are very important for building a secure modern web application. Thank you so much.